Welcome to New York City. The government may be shut down, but here we are, open for business and ready for an active conversation.
The focus for this year's summit is what it takes.
It's amazing the urgency around education that other countries have that we don't seem to have.
We kick off today with a discussion about how we succeed on a global level.
Two-thirds of parents are anxious that their kids will be deprived of future opportunities if their schools don't challenge them better.
When you fail at something, it means you need more help and you need to work harder. It doesn't mean you're bad at math.
When you're closing schools, when you're removing programs, when you are laying off individuals, it distracts from a conversation that you have to have about what children need.
I think we need to reframe what the purpose of education is, because I think it's not just about career ready and college ready. I think it's also about solving real life problems that we have in our world, and none of those problems can be solved by bubbling A, B, C, or D.
We can't do this alone.
And I think parents in this country are waiting for us as a community of educators to provide better for their students.
The big gap, right, in our profession is not the knowing, it's the doing. Right? And that's where we need a greater investment. All right.
Exactly what it takes to create a safe school is what it takes to create a high-performing school.
Whatever is worth doing well.
Mathematics can apply to things like history.
If kids are involved in the growing of food, if they plant the seed, if they nurture the seed, they're so much more likely to actually eat it. It's more than just putting broccoli on the tray.
As for students at my high school, you have to be smart, but you also have to be resourceful.
Hopefully when I get my PhD, I'm thinking about the large amounts of debt that I'm going to be having.
I changed a little bit when my parents got deported, and many people told me you're just another one of those kids that's going to get in a gang. I wanted to prove everybody wrong.
The notion that we should accept inequality is not only a terrible thing to do to those talented youngsters, it's a terrible thing to do to all of us. Kids can be better educated, and they can pass values like service, sacrifice, patriotism, diligence, and discipline on to future generations.
The winner of this year's Innovation Challenge is
Ore-chan.
The biggest problem is that there's this flawed yet pervasive logic that because these colleges are so expensive or that they're so elite, that we will never belong there.
If you think education is expensive, try ignorance, but we have to challenge ourselves to challenge the status quo every single day, not just invest in what we've done in the past.
You need to have consequences that are different between abject failure and improvement.
It has become increasingly hard to enter the middle class without greater skills and more knowledge.
The education system has one product, talent. The talent that we need in this country to remain competitive.
We need a value system that says it's really cool to be smart.
At a very young age, they told me, we love the way you sing and we like the way you paint the flowers. And it created a passion for me to just study singing and painting for the rest of my life.
Teachers are out here on the front lines. The children we teach are going through so many things you would as parents might not even know about, and the teacher hears it. And so we need the support of our nation to be behind us, not to vilify us, to help us so that we can educate these people.